Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Jazzy Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing our Monday morning review. I have Novocaine, directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson, starring Jack Quaid as Nate, Amber Midthunder as Sherry, Ray Nicholson as Simon, Jacob Batalon as Roscoe. When the girl of his dream is kidnapped and a man incapable of feeling physical pain turns rare condition into an unexpected advantage in the fight to rescue her. This is honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with you. This is a little bit disappointing movie for me. Um, I wasn't expecting it to be like a great masterpiece of a movie, but I was expecting a little bit more comedy. I was expecting a little bit more action. Or I mean, the action kind of fell there. It was like one of those movies where you're constantly watching it and like every part you know as it comes. It's unfortunate for this movie because I feel like it had a lot of potential into it. Especially with Jack Quaid. His performance is really good in it. I'm not trying to like take away anything from the performance of him. He holds the movie together. The movie ain't terrible. It's just I thought that this was gonna be something a little bit different than it ended up being, and it's just unfortunate how like sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have expectations for these movies, and then you don't make the movie doesn't meet your expectations, and it's kind of like I don't really like it. It doesn't mean that this movie's necessarily bad. It just means that it's kind of like, well, you had the premise here for something and you had the actors that were involved that could have been real good. It's just like it felt like it was missing something the whole movie. Like there it felt like the whole time you were like everything in this movie was perfectly added up. Like so it's like so this happens, so this has to happen, so this happens, so this happens, so this happens, so this happens, and then this happens, and this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. And then it's like, well, okay, you did all this stuff right, but in the somewhere in there, it's like they messed it up. Like they tried to do too much or something. Honestly, it's not the performance of the actors. I thought Amber Midthunder was exceptionally good in this movie. I've seen her in 3 or 4 movies now. Definitely is one of the ones that I'm starting to watch for, especially if after Predator or Prey. The new one on Hulu, and she's just the basketball movie, and the Ice Road Trucker. She can play so many different kind of people. So she was good in it. Jack Quaid, like I said, was astonishing in it. Like he held the movie together. Like he did everything he had to do, and it was right. Ray Nicholson was pretty badass in this. It just Jacob Allen was good in it. The cops were good in it. It's like everything was good in it, but like I wanted great. I want it to be next level better than it should have been than it was or something. Like I feel like I left like I tasted a soda and it was not flat, but like it was just about to be flat and you can tell, and like some of the stuff just wasn't there. Some of the carbonation wasn't there. It was like half carbonated and felt like a soda and drank like a soda, but at the end of the day, you just didn't quite quench what you were looking for with that soda. That's kind of what this movie is. It was a good movie. It was a pretty decent movie, but and everything that they did in it like it was said right into what you should do as a writer and what you should do as a director to move the movie along. But it felt like it was just forced. Like everything was just forced with everything around it. Like maybe you don't have this part here, have her like have her be a hostage, or have her actually be a hostage instead of just something different with her. I feel like with him and her, they could have did something different there, and then like it was just I don't know. I almost kind of did a spoiler there, so there's a little spoiler warning there. I'll put on the thing. But I don't even think it's a spoiler because I knew about the thing about it when I watched the trailer. I was like, this is so obvious of what's going to happen. Like that's why they should have swerved you there, and it shouldn't have been what it was. And I think that's part of it. I think the bad guys were part of it. I think the kind of silly fight scenes were part of it because he's not even supposed to be a real big fighter, and these guys are all ex-military and stuff like this, as we're told. So why not have him or why not or why have them be ex-military when they could really kind of be just kind of like badass guys or like fighters from like the ghetto or whatever you wanted to do. So they had like badass ex paramilitary guys who are ready to kick this dude's ass, and he doesn't even really know how to fight. And like it's not like he's like Jackie Chan where he's doing all this cool like blocking stuff that like we could believe. Like it just happened, and then we just happened to have it's just so much stuff had to go right for everything that he did, and then it just feels that's why this movie just feels like it's just so fake or just wrong or not right. I'm gonna go ahead and give it like a C minus overall, C plus for action comedy, I guess. It really felt like I like this movie had more of a punch it should have gave to us than it did, and it's unfortunate. I don't really do this to a lot of movies either because like I mean it's not like I didn't like it, but I didn't not like it. And so it's like that's why it's kind of in the C area. That's why I feel like that's a good C minus and C plus are like a good area for it because it's not like a terrible movie, but it's not a good movie. I'd recommend it on like a month from now or 2 months from now when you catch it on Netflix. I think that's pretty much where it's going to stay at Amazon, wherever it goes. It's just so unfortunate because there's so much more this movie could have been. It could have been so much more funny, or it's so much more funny, and it could have been just. I mean, the action was fine in it. I'm not really trying to take away the action. The acting wasn't bad, and it could have been funnier. I think it could have been quicker. I think it did run 20 minutes too long, and it did have the fake ending. Which was I don't think this movie needed the fake ending. I don't think this movie needed a lot of what it had. I mean, it had the good premise of what he had, and it had the great action parts behind it. So that's just my opinion on it. Maybe go check it out for yourself. If you have checked it out and you liked it, let me know. Um, uh, that was Novocaine, directed by Dan Burke and Robert Olson. And we do the box office budget here for these movies? I guess it. I haven't looked. I'll go 8 million with what everything's going on. I don't even think it'll be the number one movie this week. I bet that The Bag will be the number one movie, especially after watching it, kind of seeing the audience reaction, and it was kind of a smaller audience than I thought it would be, especially for Sunday night. Um, I don't know, but this week, we'll hit the ground running after this movie. We're gonna do a couple of Gene Hackman movies probably for Throwback Thursday. We'll at least get the announcement for the what we're gonna do for our next day long, probably 20-day long event. And the three movies that I kind of walked out of last year are on free streaming services for me. So I might go check those out and then have that be our streaming Saturday as a streaming Saturday redemption for these movies. Were they better than I thought they were? So I think that's what we'll do there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.